Right, let's move on to string shenanigans. Now we already know that strings are generally used for text. We can use built-in operations to combine, split, and format strings easily, really depending on our needs. Now the plus symbol indicates concatenation in string language. It will combine two strings into a long strings. So here we have the first string, this long, second string, and the third string is combining the first and second, and the fourth line here is basically telling Python to print it out. And here you go. Now strings are also indexed with much the same way as the way list does. So you have this whole long strings. Now we can print the first letter with 0, the last letter is that, -2, 0 to 5, and it just print it out and see as it printed out the way that we want it to be. So you have uppercase S, and then you have the lowercase s, lowercase u, and on it goes. So really it's actually the same way that you index list. You use 0, -1, or using column from where to where, and also inverse it as well. Built-in objects and classes often have special functions associated with them that are called methods. We access these methods by using a period, basically full stop. We will cover objects and also their associated method more in other lecture. Now using string methods, we can count instance of a character or group of characters. So now print, count the letter. So these are just description. Okay, here is I want to count how many i's there are in this whole long stretch of strings. The same way is here, I want to count how many li's in here. So let's just run that. And here in this one long string, we have 7. Okay, here we have 3 of these li. Let's move this up. Now we can also find the first instance of character or group of characters in a string. Print the first I appear at its index, we find. Okay, use the method called .find. Earlier we used method called count to count how many of these I. Here, running it tells us number 8. The 8th character is the first time that you see the letter I. As well as replacing characters in a string, we can replace them. If we run this, all right, all i's are now a's. So instead of this supercalifragi, okay, there we go. As you can tell, I don't know what the word is. Print, it is raining cats and dogs. You replace dogs with more cats. All right, so it is raining cats and more cats. There are also some methods that are unique to strings. For example, upper will change all characters to uppercase, all right, while lower will change it all to lowercase. So here, I can't hear you, we're changing it all to upper, and here we change it all to lower. I can't hear you, I say hello. Okay, the next thing we want to look at is formatting. Using the format method, we can add in variables values and generally format our string. We have 0, 1, so 0 here is Marco, 1 is Polo. So my string is equal to Marco Polo, and here you go, you have my string is Marco Polo. Now let's just change a little bit with reverse the order, and you have Polo Marco. We use braces to indicate parts of the string that will be filled in later, and we'll use the argument of the format function to provide the values to substitute. The numbers within the braces indicate the index of the value in the format arguments. Okay, best to refer to the format documentation for additional example. If you need some quick and dirty formatting, you can instead use the percentage symbol called the string formatting operator. And let's just run this. So insert values here. So the percentage is the quick and dirty method of inserting values into this here. The percentage symbol basically cues Python to create a placeholder. Whatever characters allowed the percentage in the string indicates what sort of type the value put into the placeholder will have. This character is called a conversion type. Once the string has been closed, we need another percentage that will be followed by the value to insert. In the case of one value, you can just put it there. If you are inserting more than one value, they must be enclosed in a tuple. So here we have we have percentage S and then percentage S. So when you run this, you get 13 cats in my apartment. Okay, in my apartment. In this example, the percentage S indicates that Python should convert the values into strings. There are multiple conversion types that you can use to get more specific with the formatting. Best to check the documentation. This is really introductory to get you started.